All right, good evening, everyone. We will call to order our January 8th, 2026 meeting of the Ascension Parish Council. And at this time, I'm asking Mr. Joseph, would you please lead us in the invocation and pledge of allegiance? All right, thank you, Mr. Joseph. Agenda item number 2, roll call. Ms. Secretary, Mr. Turner is absent. All other members are present. And item number 3, we will now proceed to our election of our chairman, chairperson, and vice chairperson. And just a reminder, so you will nominate by name who you would like to be the chairperson. And if there is more than one nomination, we will go in order and everybody will say the name of the person that they vote for. So at this time, Chair will entertain motions for chairman.
Motion to Chase Lawson as chair.
Okay. All right. So, no second. So there is a second for me on chairperson. Would anybody like to nominate? Yes, sir, Mr. Robert. To say before the vote? I don't see why not. Yeah. Okay. All right. Mr. Robert.
I want to nominate Brian. And, you know, the reason that I want to nominate Brian is that I feel that the position of the chair is a very specific position outlined in Robert's rules, outlined throughout really most corporations, most board meetings and whatnot. The particular position of the chair and responsibility is to carry out the will of that governing body, whether it be a council, a board, or anything else. Now, clearly, day-to-day business is part of that, and is part of that privilege as a chair. I don't feel that on some certain things that the council was represented the way it should be this past year with the chair, and that is the reason why I'm nominating Brian. I'm not going to say anything else about that, but I wanted to mention it because we'll hear about it again later this evening. Nothing to do with chair, but thank y'all.
Okay. So we have a nomination for Mr. Hillinsbeck. Would you like to keep your name? No? Are you sure? Okay. All right. So no other nominations. Okay. All right. Well, hearing none, I will retain chair. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you. There we go. Okay, and now we will move on to vice chair in the same pattern. So at this time, chair will entertain all nominees for vice chairperson.
Nominate Pam Alonzo for vice chair.
Okay, Ms. Alonzo, are there any other nominations for vice chair? All right, going twice. All right, Ms. Alonzo, there you go, congratulations. At this time, I'm asking you to come be my partner right here. Bring your nameplate so we don't confuse people. Yeah, we can do a picture. Yeah. I want us to come around there. All right, let's do a picture, y'all. We'll do a 2026.
bit more, guys? Little, there we go. All righty. Me first, please. 1, 2, and, all right.
Thank you all very much sincerely. It is always a privilege to help lead this group, and this is a group for 2+ years now that I'm really enjoying, so thank you all very much. Item number 4, Chair's Edition. You know what? Today is my wife's birthday, so I'm going to make sure, if she's watching at home, that I said that. So happy birthday to Brooklyn Melanson.
If I could add a comment there.
And tomorrow is Mrs. Vornado's birthday. So.
Can we also give Miss Olivia Arsenault?
Oh, that's right. So Mr. Arsenault officially has a teenager today.
That's right.
Miss Olivia Arsenault's birthday is today. So good luck with that 13-year-old daughter. Been there. All right. Item number 5, the public comment sign-in period. If you would like to speak on any agenda item, come up to the podium. We have the red and green card. You can fill it out and just come through the door, hand that to either myself or Miss Alonzo. Whenever we get to that agenda item, you will have 3 minutes to speak. All right. Planning and zoning, 7A. Zoning, oh, I'm sorry. I skipped right over you, Ms. Quintmore. Yep, Parish President's report.
Thank you, Chairman Melanson, and congratulations to the 2026 Chair and Vice Chair. And I know it takes a lot of time and a lot of service that you have to deal with those positions. So we appreciate your time and effort that you put in. Even though it's January 8th, I want to wish the Parish Council Happy New Year. We're excited about what 2026 is going to hold for us, and we're already off to a great start. We had the Hyundai Steel project in Ascension Parish, won the Business Facilities Platinum Deal of the Year, which is a pretty big thing. That's in the entire state. So we won that Platinum Award for our Hyundai site being developed. The future is bright in the state of Louisiana, Ascension Parish, and obviously in the city of Donaldsonville. Speaking of Donaldsonville, I attended the crew of Donaldsonville Mardi Gras Parade this past Sunday. It was a good time had by all. We also had the Christmas Parade, but I want to give a special thank you to the Mayor Sullivan and the crew of Donaldsonville, especially to Mikio Garrison, for their tireless efforts for this special event. This Friday is our January sock hop on the West Bank, and that's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Lemon Center. As a reminder, Ascension Parish government is closed on Monday, January 19th, in observance of Martin Luther King holiday. And this concludes my report, Chair. Appreciate the time. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. President. All right, now moving on to planning and zoning. 7A, zoning review ID PZ-3793.25 for Nathan Gotro, located on the east side of Babin Road, approximately 285 foot north of LA Highway 74, to amend Ascension Parish zoning map from medium intensity residential to mixed use 2. And we will be voting to approve or deny the recommendation of the zoning committee, which is to approve parcel 514-2800 and deny parcels 2007990 and lot 504-1200. So the motion?
Motion is recommended.
Okay, so we have a motion to approve as recommended from the zoning commission. Motion from Mr. Vornado, a second from Ms. Alonzo. Are there any questions or any objections? Oh, I'm sorry. I do have speakers. I'm flustered today. First is going to be, is that Mr. Justin Breaux? All right, Mr. Breaux, you have 3 minutes.
Okay, I'm Justin Breaux. I live on Babin Road, 13060. I'm representing, let me make sure. Nope, nobody else showed up. I'm representing local citizens that live, up and down the road, mainly across the street, and then I live adjacent to the property that we're talking about. And what's laid out here to approve the 514-2800, that's the restaurant. Mm-hmm. We are for that. To deny the other two, we're in total agreement with that, in case y'all are wondering. That's something we're okay with, you know. I don't know if you need a reason why we want you to deny the other two, but mainly it's just we want to keep the neighborhood residential. We live right on top of that back piece that is listed right here, and we just kind of want to keep it that way. Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Burke. And we have Mr. Chad Stevens. Oh, 7B. I'm killing it, ain't I?
New year.
Whew. All right, I'm sorry. So we did have a motion to approve the zoning commission's recommendation from Mr. Vornado, a second by Ms. Alonso. Are there any questions or any objections? Hearing none, so moved. All right, 7B, zoning review IDPZ-3822.25, Lot 4B for Mickey Robertson, Patrick Catanolano, located on the north side of LA Highway 621, approximately 3,350 feet west of LA Highway 44, to amend Ascension Parish zoning map from rural to medium intensity residential, to approve or deny the recommendation of the zoning committee, which was to approve the rezone.
I'll make a second.
All right, we have a motion by Mr. Cullen and a second by Mr. Robert to approve the zoning commission's recommendation. Are there any questions? Yep, Ms. Jen. Okay, so we have a substitute motion from Mr. Francis to defer 7B until February 19th. So, is there a second from Mr. Francis? Okay, we have a second by Mr. Hillensbeck. Is there any objection to Mr. Francis's substitute motion? Well, no, look, I'm sorry, and I'm about to forget our speaker again. Mr. Chad Stevens, before we vote, please.
Chad Stevens, MR Engineering, 9345 Interline, here representing Mr. Benny Johnson, who couldn't be here this evening. He offered up this rezoning. There was a lawsuit in the 90s that rezoned this property rural, and he just wants to get it back to RM. So I can answer any questions if you have any.
How does that affect the neighboring properties? Does that open up more properties coming to ask for a rezoning out of the rural? I mean, it was a court ruling that made it the rural zoning.
Right. So it was a court ruling that there was a previous developer who tried to do something there. So it wasn't, Mr. Johnson's desire to do the rural. So again, he would like for it to go back to RM. I mean, he has no other interest in those pieces next door, so he can't speak for those. I can't speak for those either. So we're just, we're trying to get this one piece done for Mr. Johnson.
Yes, I checked with legal counsel with Spencer, Spencer Long, and he said that doesn't affect the zoning for this. So he said that ruling, we can rezone the property from that lawsuit. So I did check before we did it, multiple times.
So we do have that motion. We have that one, but Ms. Jens was second, so hers will be voted on first. But I was going to let them finish their Q&A. Okay, Mr. Francis, do you mind if I go to Mr. Robert? Yep, Mr. Robert.
It was changed by court order from because back in I'm thinking 07 maybe even before that, they had a subdivision across the street, Windsor. I think it was Windscape, and there were some owners in that area that sued because they didn't have servitude, And based on them to give servitude, that they asked the judge to rezone the property that wasn't really theirs, and the judge agreed, and he signed it. Correct, yes. It was an agreement that they had to get the servitude. Correct, right. Correct, yes, sir.
At this time, due to the fact that that's not in the packet, I would like this council to be able to look at that court order and make an opinion based on that. So I'm going to support it being deferred to the next meeting, or to the meeting Mr. Francis said. I think that's an important document for everybody to review here. Thank you.
Okay, so we do have a substitute with a substitute motion by Mr. Francis to defer until February 19th, a second by Mr. Robert. Are there any objections to the motion to defer? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Hillinsbeck was the second, but there are no objections. Hearing none, so moved. The item will be deferred until the February 19th.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, general business, 8A, approval of cooperative endeavor agreement between Ascension Parish government and Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development for the Roddy Road at Black Bayou Road roundabout project, and approval of Parish President Clint Quimble to execute the agreement. We have a motion by Mr. Hillinsbeck, a second by Mr. Vornado. Are there any questions for Mr. Daniel? Any objection? Hearing none, so moved. 8B, approval of agreement with the Picard Group LLC for professional services related to the legislative branch of state government on a basis of $10,000 per month for federal government affairs services and $7,500 per month for state governmental affairs services. The not to exceed amount is $250,000 for federal and state services, printing, travel, events, and miscellaneous costs. Have a motion to approve by Mr. Arsenault with a second by Mr. PT. Are there any questions? Are there any objections? We do have representatives here from the Picard Group that are happy to answer anything. It's $10,000 a month for the federal and $7,500 per month for state. $17,500 in total per month. $10,000 per month for federal. Yeah. Services related to legislative branch of state government on a basis of $10,000 per month for federal governmental affairs and $7,500 per month for state governmental affairs. It's $10,000 per month for the federal, right? And $7,500 per state.
Chairman,
Yeah.
I think it's just a typo on the agenda, because it's correct in the packet. I think the
Right.
agenda just lists state twice. It's
Yeah.
just a typo. No, I understand. I think that it's all the same software, because this is generated through that. No, sir.
Make a motion to correct it, correct? For the 10,000 for the federal, 7,500 for the state, correct? We need to, regardless of what it is. Yeah, we'll make an amended motion. It's not second by amendment.
Yes.
I'm making an amended motion to the 10,000 per month for federal, 7,500 for state, governmental affairs, not to exceed 26,000 for federal state services, printing, travel.
Events and miscellaneous costs, my bad.
Okay. All right, so we have an amended motion just to fix a little typo right there. So, and that's from Mr. Vornado with a second by Mr. Hillensbeck. Are there any other questions? Any objections?
Is there any, I'm sorry, is there any way we could get some kind of rundown of what we're expecting this year? Kind of what to expect on you guys' part, what you're shooting for, that kind of thing? Just a rundown, quick. I got a printout, I think, at home, but that probably don't cover everything, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Emily De Silva, a partner in the DC office. And I think I've had the pleasure of meeting most of you at this point, and looking forward to having some of you up here in DC at the end of the month. In terms of what's going on the Fed side, fingers crossed, Congress should pass the remaining appropriations bills before the current continuing resolution expires on January 30th. We do have some projects included in those bills for Ascension, and they've just been, the bills have been, it's been challenging for Congress to pass those. In FY25, they passed a year-long CR, so all of the projects were pulled out, and now with FY26, it's just been delayed. But in the Senate bill for Transportation HUD, there's about, I believe, $6 million in for airline highway raising. There's $5 million in the House bill, so we'll end up somewhere between 5 and 6, I believe, at the end of the day. Then we're going to start moving on FY27 projects, so we'll be talking to the administration about priorities and appreciate any input that you all may have. At the same time, I think a top priority is federal legislation, and again, this will be a little difficult. It's not going to be, I think, an easy lift, but we will work on it to get Ascension included in Go Mesa so that you all can benefit like some other parishes do in that coastal funding. So those are kind of the big things. Of course, it's going to be the midterm elections in November. Oftentimes when that happens, Congress will kind of front load the legislative priorities. Surface transportation authorization is one of those bills that will be up. We can talk about different policies that may impact us, especially with kind of the infrastructure that needs to be happening on the West Bank. But those are kind of some of the big things we're going to be focused on with our delegation and with the agencies as well. Happy to answer any questions. Sure.
Specifically, and I know I've spoken with many of you with the difficulties with HUD and FEMA, with our grant systems. We have, hundreds of millions tied up through grants, right? HMGPs. And so navigating FEMA and HUD have been an issue. And so we're really going to rely on the Picard group to get us with the right people at the right time, because, as you know, with President Trump and the cutbacks in FEMA and the reorganization of those departments, it's been difficult for us to move forward with a lot of our grants. So we're certainly going to lean hard and heavy with them getting us in the right room with the right people to get those grants moving. Marvin Bro levy increase, for example, just tends to get bogged down through the bureaucracy. The Sorrento pump station expansion, another one that has been ready to go for 3 years now, and we can't get the release from FEMA. Pump to the Mississippi River and the LWI, and working through the state agencies to get it back to FEMA and HUD with the LWI. So it's been challenging, and that's really what I'm going to be leaning on the next 12 months, is to get in the right room so we can get these projects going to construction. Go Mesa is critical, and so we're a part of Go Mesa, and I'm not sure if many of you know the history of that. We were added on late after the state and federal legislation was done. So we do not get our annual allocation like many of the coastal parishes do, even though we're a part of Go Mesa. And it's been really frustrating for me, because that equates to about $1 million. And it's very, very flexible with that money. So we can use that $1 million certainly for match, turn it into $4 million with a state grant or whatever. So that $1 million allocation per year, which is 25% of the gross that comes down to the coastal parishes across many states. But that is about the number that we would get roughly. So we got support letters. I went out and got support letters from the adjoining parish presidents across the river region, and also who are a part of the Go Mesa allocation. Now 75% of that money goes to CPRA, and they choose projects based on that 75% throughout the state. So we're also jockeying with our state reps and who help us with the state government to go that. We have a lot of legislative items to clean up through the process. We've got JP looking at several items that hold up wherever he's at. He was at the end there. And other things to help expedite how we do business. Now, some of those are statewide that we'll partner with police jury and we'll partner with the Parish Presidents Association. But those legislative sessions are critical when they're there, letting us know when we need to go speak, who we need to speak to, where the holdups are, and maybe the quicker avenues to get some of that legislation approved. So those are the things that we rely on them heavily on, and we're going to be relying heavily on them in 2026. So just wanted to let you know that. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Robert. Let everyone make sure that whenever you're speaking, that your green light is on. We're getting text messages. Nobody can hear us on the YouTube.
So the only other question I had is if we add that up 12 months at the 17.5, let's even say 18 grand, we're looking at about 210 grand. So why are we doing a max of 250?
Yeah, that's
So that there's a ceiling, basically.
that's not too soon.
You don't want to give a blanket.
That's what I'm saying. So why wouldn't the ceiling be closer to what we approved?
Huh?
Why wouldn't the ceiling be closer to the 215, which is accounted for in there?
It's a not to exceed 250 because there's other expenses that are incurred between running copies and travel and some of those other things. So it
equals out to about 40 grand, you think? 30, 40 grand?
plus or minus.
All right, fair enough. That's it.
All right. Is there any objection to the amended motion that fixed the language? All right. Hearing none. So moved. No.
No, never mind.
Okay. I have a motion to enter 9A, executive session by Mr. Hillinsbeck with a second by Mr. Vornado. We do need to do roll call. Ms. Secretary?
Councilman Joseph?
Yes.
Robert?
Yes.
Arsenault? Barnado?
Yes.
Hillingsbeck? Alonso?
Yes.
Cullen?
Yeah.
DeFrancis?
Yes.
PT?
Yes.
Melanson?
Yes. All right. Huh?
I said, y'all can have it.
What is all that mail they gave us? Huh? So what is all that mail they gave us? Hmm? Oh, what? Oh, yeah. I was waiting on Marshall. I don't know if I'm live back. We rolling with it. All right, Chair needs a motion to reconvene. Motion to reconvene by Mr. Hillensbeck, a second by Mr. Vornado. And Chair will entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion considering Parish President Clint Pentmont's declaration that confidential negotiations are critical to securing future development within the West Ascension Parish Riverplex Mega Park Industrial Development site.
All right. And I have that motion from Ms. Alonso, a second from Mr. Hillensbeck. Are there any questions? Are there any objections? Hearing none. So move. Chair will entertain a motion to reconvene in executive session. Got a motion by Mr. Hillensbeck, a second by Mr. Vornado. We will need roll call. Ms. Secretary.
Councilman Joseph,
Yes.
Councilman Vornado,
Yes.
Hillingsbeck. Yes. Alonso,
Yes.
Cullen,
Yes.
Francis,
Yes.
Petrie,
Yes.
Malonzo.
Yes. That's what happens when we take a month off. All right, Chair will entertain a motion to reconvene. We have a motion to reconvene by Mr. Hillensbeck, second by Ms. Alonso. We are reconvened. A chair is Mike.
Motion.
Mike.
Oh.
All right.
Motion to accept as discussed in executive,
We need to do the reconsideration first for the previous.
okay. I'd like to do a reconsideration for 9A.
Okay, we have a motion to reconsider agenda item 9A by Ms. Alonso with a second by Mr. Vornado. Are there any objections to reconsidering 9A? Hearing none. All right.
Considering Parish President Clint Mont's declaration that confidential negotiations are critical to securing future development within the West Ascension Parish Riverplex Mega Park Industrial Development Site, be it resolved that all negotiations remain confidential.
All right, so we have that motion from Ms. Alonso and a second by Mr. Petey, and that is, this is on a reconsideration of 9A. Is there any objection? Hearing none? So moved. Okay, so now we're back to 9B.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the settlement with Demco versus Ascension Parish.
All right, we have a motion from Ms. Alonso with a second by Mr. Vornado. Are there any objections? Hearing none? So moved. Motion to adjourn by Mr. Cullen and a second by Mr. Vornado. We are adjourned. Thank you.